Alright, let's get right into it. Have you ever felt that sudden, uncomfortable muscle cramp in the middle of the night? The kind that jolts you awake? Or maybe you've been feeling unusually tired lately, a bit worn down, and you can't quite put your finger on why. You might be staring at your blood pressure reading from the doctor's office, wondering what those numbers really mean and what you can actually do about them without having to make drastic, complicated changes to your life. What if I told you that one of the most powerful tools for balancing your body's most essential processes is sitting right there in your kitchen, wrapped in its own bright yellow jacket? I'm talking about the humble banana. This isn't just a quick sugar fix. This is a biological marvel, a fruit engineered by nature to act as a precise regulator for one of the most critical minerals in your body, potassium. And this single mineral is engaged in a constant, silent tug-of-war inside you, a battle that directly determines the pressure of your blood, the stability of your heartbeat, and the very rhythm of your life. Stick with me, because we're about to unravel the incredible science of how this everyday fruit acts as a natural peacekeeper in your body, helping to maintain a balance that keeps your heart strong, your nerves sharp, and your muscles ready for action. To truly understand the magic of the banana, we have to first get to know the star of the show, potassium. Think of your body as a magnificent, bustling city. For this city to function, everything needs electricity. Every single thought you have, every beat of your heart, every movement of your finger is powered by tiny electrical impulses. And for those impulses to travel, you need a connection, a wiring system. That's where your nerves come in. They're the wiring. But wires alone aren't enough. You need a way to create the spark, the current. This is where minerals called electrolytes come into play, and potassium is one of the most important electrolytes in your entire body. It's like the fundamental spark of life itself. Potassium exists primarily inside the walls of your cells. Its job, in its most basic form, is to carry a tiny positive electrical charge. This might sound like a small thing, but this tiny charge is the trigger for almost every single process in your body. When a nerve wants to send a signal to a muscle to tell it to contract, it does so by allowing potassium to flow out of the cell and allowing another mineral, sodium, to flow in. This rapid exchange of charged particles is what generates the electrical impulse. It's the flick of a switch. Without enough potassium, the switch gets rusty. The signals don't fire as clearly or as strongly. This is why one of the first signs of low potassium, a condition called hypokalemia, is muscle weakness, fatigue, and those dreaded muscle cramps. The communication lines are down. Your muscles are waiting for a clear signal that never quite arrives, or arrives scrambled, causing them to contract involuntarily and spasm. So, potassium is the key to communication, and maintaining a high level of it is crucial for keeping the lines of communication open between your brain and every other part of your body. Now, let's bring in the other crucial player in this story, blood pressure. We've all heard of it, but what is it really? Imagine your circulatory system not as a set of rigid pipes, but as a vast, flexible, living network of hoses, your blood vessels. Your heart is the pump that sends blood shooting through these hoses with every beat. Blood pressure is simply the measure of the force that your blood is exerting against the walls of these hoses as it travels through them. You need a certain amount of pressure to effectively deliver oxygen and nutrients to every single one of the trillions of cells in your body. But too much pressure is a problem. Consistently high pressure, known as hypertension, is like constantly running water through your garden hose at maximum power. Over time, that relentless force will strain the hose, weakening it, making it stiff and brittle, and eventually, it could lead to a leak or a burst. In your body, that burst hose translates to a catastrophic event like a heart attack, a stroke, or damage to your kidneys and eyes. So, managing blood pressure is about protecting the integrity of your entire vascular system. And this is where the banana and its potassium content step in as a master regulator. Potassium's role in blood pressure is multifaceted and brilliant, and it primarily works by counteracting the effects of another mineral that you're undoubtedly familiar with, sodium. Sodium, which we mostly consume as salt, is potassium's opposite number in the body's balancing act. While potassium hangs out inside your cells, sodium predominantly lives outside in the fluid between your cells. Remember that electrical signal we talked about? Sodium rushing into the cell is the other half of that action. But sodium has another, more physical effect. It's osmotic, meaning it attracts and holds onto water. Wherever sodium goes, water follows. When you eat a meal high in sodium, that sodium enters your bloodstream. To keep the concentration of sodium in your blood from getting too high, your body holds onto extra water to dilute it. More water in your bloodstream means there's literally more volume of fluid being pushed through your blood vessels. More volume, same space, means higher pressure. It's a simple equation. This is where potassium performs its first act of magic. Potassium acts as a natural diuretic. It encourages your kidneys to do something specific and wonderful, excrete more sodium and more water through your urine. Think of your kidneys as incredibly sophisticated filtration units. They decide what to keep in your bloodstream and what to send out as waste. When you have ample potassium, it signals to your kidneys, hey, we've got a good supply of this valuable mineral inside our cells. Let's get rid of some of this excess sodium and the extra water it's holding onto. So, by eating a potassium-rich banana, you are essentially helping your body flush out excess sodium and fluid, directly reducing the volume in your bloodstream and, therefore, the pressure within it. It's a natural, gentle water pill. But the banana's work doesn't stop there. Its influence goes much deeper, right down to the very walls of your blood vessels themselves. Your blood vessels aren't just passive hoses, they are active, living tissue that can constrict, tighten and narrow, or dilate, relax and widen. When they constrict, the same volume of blood has to squeeze through a smaller opening, which dramatically increases pressure, like pinching a garden hose. When they dilate, the passageway widens, allowing blood to flow more freely and easily, reducing pressure. The tension of these vessel walls is controlled by tiny muscles that surround them. And what controls muscles? Nerves, and those nerves rely on, you guessed it, electrolytes like potassium and sodium. Potassium helps to promote the relaxation of these smooth muscles in the blood vessel walls. A high potassium environment makes it easier for the blood vessels to dilate. It's like potassium is whispering to the blood vessels, relax, let go, open up. This process, called vasodilation, is one of the primary ways your body naturally lowers blood pressure. Furthermore, potassium helps to mitigate the effects of a hormone system in your body called the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, RAS. This is a complex system designed to conserve sodium and raise blood pressure, which was incredibly useful for our ancient ancestors who faced famine and salt scarcity. But in the modern world, with salt abundant everywhere, this system can be overactive, leading to chronic high blood pressure. Potassium helps to suppress the activity of this system, putting a brake on one of your body's own internal pressure-raising mechanisms. So, the banana, through its potassium, is working on multiple levels. It's reducing blood volume by flushing out sodium and water, it's physically relaxing and widening the blood vessels, and it's calming down hormonal systems that would otherwise tell your body to clamp down and raise pressure. Now, let's talk about the heart itself, because potassium's role is absolutely critical here. Your heart is a muscle, a pump that never, ever stops working. And like any other muscle, it requires precise electrical signals to contract in a steady, rhythmic pattern. The natural pacemaker of your heart generates electrical impulses that spread through the heart muscle, telling it when to beat. The movement of potassium ions across the membranes of your heart muscle cells is fundamental to resetting this electrical activity after each and every heartbeat. It's what allows the heart to recharge, to get ready for the next beat. This is why maintaining a stable potassium level is non-negotiable for a healthy, steady heartbeat. If potassium levels drop too low, this electrical activity can become unstable and erratic. This can lead to heart palpitations, that feeling of your heart fluttering, skipping a beat, or pounding too hard. In severe cases, it can lead to serious cardiac arrhythmias, where the heart's rhythm becomes dangerously irregular. On the flip side, consistent, adequate potassium intake helps to protect the heart muscle itself. High blood pressure puts a tremendous strain on the heart, forcing it to work much harder to pump blood against high pressure in the arteries. Over time, This can cause the heart muscle to thicken and become stiff, a condition known as left ventricular hypertrophy, which is a major risk factor for heart failure. By helping to maintain healthy blood pressure, potassium indirectly reduces this constant strain on the heart, allowing it to work efficiently and last longer. So, that banana is not just about pressure in a pipe, it's about protecting the very pump that keeps you alive. But a banana is more than just a potassium delivery device. It's a package deal, and the other components inside it work in synergy to amplify these benefits. For instance, bananas are a good source of magnesium. Magnesium is another crucial mineral that works hand in hand with potassium. Magnesium also helps to relax blood vessels and supports the proper functioning of the sodium-potassium pump, a critical mechanism in every cell that pumps potassium inside and sodium outside, maintaining the electrical gradient essential for nerve and muscle function. You often find that foods high in potassium are also high in magnesium, and a deficiency in one can exacerbate a deficiency in the other. Bananas also contain a decent amount of fiber, including both soluble and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber, in particular, can help to lower cholesterol levels. Since high cholesterol can contribute to atherosclerosis, the hardening and narrowing of arteries, which in turn raises blood pressure, the fiber in a banana provides an additional, indirect boost to cardiovascular health. Furthermore, bananas contain antioxidants like dopamine and catechins. While we often think of dopamine as a brain chemical, it acts as a powerful antioxidant in the body, helping to reduce oxidative stress and inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a key driver of damage to blood vessels, making them more susceptible to plaque buildup and less responsive to signals to relax. By combating inflammation, these antioxidants help to maintain the health and flexibility of the blood vessels, making them more responsive to potassium's relaxing effects. You might be wondering about the sugar content in bananas, especially if you've heard they are relatively high in sugar compared to other fruits like berries. It's a valid concern, but it's important to view it in context. A ripe medium banana contains about 14 to 15 grams of sugar. However, this is natural sugar, packaged alongside a significant amount of fiber, vitamins, and minerals. This fiber, particularly the resistant starch found in slightly greener bananas, dramatically changes how your body processes that sugar. Resistant starch isn't broken down and absorbed in the small intestine like a simple sugar. It travels to the large intestine, where it feeds your beneficial gut bacteria. This means the sugar from a banana is released into your bloodstream much more slowly and gradually than the sugar from a candy bar or a soda. It prevents a rapid spike in blood sugar and the subsequent insulin spike that follows. Stable blood sugar levels are also important for long-term heart health. So, for the vast majority of people, the metabolic benefits of the banana, the potassium, magnesium, fiber, and antioxidants far outweigh any concern about its natural sugar content. It is a whole food, and your body processes it as such. So, how much is enough? Health authorities generally recommend that adults aim for around 3,500 to 4,700 milligrams (mg) of potassium per day. The reality is that most modern diets are severely deficient in potassium because they are high in processed foods, which are loaded with sodium and stripped of potassium. A single medium banana provides about 422 milligrams of potassium, which is roughly 9% of the daily value. This makes it one of the most convenient and concentrated sources of potassium available. Incorporating 1 to 2 bananas into your daily routine can make a significant dent in closing that potassium gap and helping to rebalance the sodium-potassium ratio in your body. The best way to eat it is whole and fresh. You can add it to your morning cereal or oatmeal, blend it into a smoothie, slice it onto peanut butter toast, or simply grab it and go as a perfect portable snack. The slight greenness of a less ripe banana will have more resistant starch, which is great for gut health and slower sugar release, while a riper, yellower banana with brown spots will have simpler sugars that are easier to digest, which might be preferable just before a workout for quick energy. Both are excellent choices. It's crucial to remember that no single food is a magic bullet. The banana is a powerful tool, but it works best as part of an overall heart-healthy lifestyle. This means also focusing on reducing your intake of processed foods, which are the primary source of excessive sodium. It means eating a variety of other potassium-rich foods like leafy greens, spinach, kale, other fruits, avocados, oranges, cantaloupe, potatoes, sweet potatoes, beans, lentils, and yogurt. It means staying hydrated with water, engaging in regular physical activity, managing stress, and getting enough sleep. All of these factors work together. The banana is a delicious, simple, and incredibly effective piece of that puzzle. It's nature's own blood pressure regulator, wrapped in a convenient, biodegradable package. It's a testament to the fact that some of the most profound solutions to our modern health problems are not found in a pharmacy, but in the produce aisle. So the next time you peel a banana, know that you're not just having a snack, you're giving your body a vital mineral that is quietly, ceaselessly working to maintain the delicate balance that keeps your heart beating steadily and your blood flowing smoothly, empowering you to live a stronger, healthier life.